Hey, Michael, thank you for your question. This is actually a very, very good question. So, when it comes to liens and your credit, you got to understand something. That credit, there are two sides to it. The reason why credit was created in the first place is number one, can I give you access to other people's money, other people's time, other people's resources, whatever you want to classify it as? Then the second thing is, can you be trusted? What is the trust factor? That is measured. So, what gives you access is your credit score. So, if your credit score is high, then the possibility of getting access is great. But if your credit score is low, then the possibility of getting access is not so great. But on the other end, it's also the trust factor. The trust factor is determined based on the activity, the history. So when you have a tax lien, it's doing a few things for your credit. Number one, even though it may not lower your credit score, it's affecting the trust factor because it's going to increase your debt to income ratio. That's a lien. The tax lien is going to be calculated as a debt, and that's as an installment debt. So it's going to impact your debt to income ratio, number one. And number two, the trust factor is going to be diminished because what that says is that this is an individual that is not going to pay their debt. This is an individual that we can't actually give this particular amount of OPM to because they may not pay it back. Now, regardless of the circumstances under which or for which that lien is on your credit, they don't care. The bottom line is your credit is doing two things. Number one, do you have access to this OPM? And number two, if you do have access, can you be trusted? And if you can be trusted, what amount can we trust you with? So when it comes to a tax lien, that's what it's doing for you. So what you got to do, you got to leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act in order to get that disputed to be removed from your credit. It doesn't matter if you actually owe the taxes or not. You have the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, in your favor to be able to dispute anything that is negative, erroneous, and obsolete to be removed from your credit. So I hope this helps. Man, but that was a great question.